These days, I have to wonder precisely who the heck do I have to be in order to engage in certain activities? Do I have to be Italian in order to enjoy my wife's wonderful spaghetti sauce? Do I have to be Cuban in order to enjoy a good Cuban sandwich? What about Irish in regards to whiskey? Or shillelaghs? Or shamrocks for that matter? Or do I have to be English in order to enjoy bangers and mash? We have gone into Erebus swallowing its own tail, that snake eating itself by the tail first. Cloud cuckoo land, thanks to today's academic progressives. I'm talking about cultural appropriation. Was a time when heroism could be found in the civil rights movement. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's famous dream that his children would one day be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. We are not judged by who our father and mother are, by what blood flows through our veins, or how much melanin is in our skin, but how we choose to live our lives, what we choose to do with them. We define ourselves in our free society, in our post-Civil Rights Act of 1964, in our constitutional republic. We define ourselves. That is the glory of freedom. And I acknowledge freely and willingly that while conservatives today give us a sense of personal liberty, liberals have always pointed out the flaws in our society that need to be fixed. But today's academic liberals have truly gone off the rails into a version of intellectual masochism that simply says every situation is different. And in every situation, so long as the old, white, male, Western, European, Christian is wrong, then everything is all right. This is illogical. It is destructive. And it harms those innocents who are given into the care of these colleges by parents who are paying a hell of a lot of money and are trusting their kids to a bunch of communist and socialist activists. We are judged by the content of our character, not the color of our skin, we have been told for generations by liberals trying to reform our society. We should embrace multiculturalism and view the world's cultures and religions and philosophies and folkways as a great smorgasbord from which we can each individually take what we want and leave the rest. We should enjoy reggae music from Jamaica and food from Hong Kong, China, and music from Japan. We should wear the Astrakhan hat of Central Asia as we wear lederhosen for Oktoberfest. We should embrace the world's cultures and see them each as having something valuable and unique to contribute. As a conservative, Republican, traditional, white, male Christian, I accept this. I'm loyal to Western civilization, but I accept the broad notion that each culture has some truth in it and some value in it and something to offer a person if they are curious enough and adventurous enough to experiment with them. But this notion of a cultural appropriation being engaged with whenever you do something that isn't in your genetic heritage is death to the idea of curiosity, to the spirit of adventure, and to the very notion of Martin Luther King's dream of freedom. Are we to limit everyone to the genetic and cultural heritage of their ancestors? Isn't that going back into the Dark Ages? No one. No one. In media, on college campuses, no one should be allowed to foist this notion of cultural appropriation on anyone without it being challenged on the basis of its essential, fundamental illogic. In the name of tolerance, you are restricting people by their race. That's watermelon and fried chicken stuff to black people. It's offensive and obnoxious and cannot be justified as anything other than bigoted, even if it's practiced in the name of liberating people. Cultural appropriation is twisted. Please, stand up to it. Speak out against it. Justify yourself with the truth. Do not allow yourself to be cowed or gulled. Be well.